Welcome to the 11th episode of the Grand Cosmic Story. What makes our Earth so special, one of a kind among the 70 quintillion planets in our known universe? What are the conditions that make our Earth unique among them?
Are you curious about the world around you? Do you wonder what else is out there beyond our world? Dr. Latha Christie, a scientist and an author, will take you on a journey through the universe. Join her in exploring the universe through her web series, The Grand Cosmic Story. Stay tuned to find out what today's episode is all about.
Earth, our home, is the only planet in our solar system where all the necessary conditions for life to exist are present. Astronomers, through their high-powered telescopes, are hunting the dazzling cosmos in all directions to find out if there is any planet as good as our Earth. As of July 2023, 5,483 confirmed exoplanets have been discovered, and most of them were discovered by the Kepler Space Telescope. Despite extensive probing of these exoplanets, our Earth stands still now as the only one that hosts life. Next time when you look up at the night sky and view the countless hosts of stars, consider that you are looking through a void of cold and silent space into an immeasurable set of solar systems, and you're so special among them. Water is the signature ingredient of our planet. Water covers roughly 71% of Earth's surface, with most of that water available in the oceans. But is water alone enough to make our planet special? Let us explore what makes our planet special. Number 1, it has the right ingredients necessary for life to exist. It has water and the right atmosphere that is transparent to light while enabling the protection of life and carbon needed for our body. Earth is surrounded by a relatively thin atmosphere that is roughly 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and some trace amounts of argon, water, carbon dioxide, methane, and other gases. No other planet in our solar system has this high amount of oxygen. This is a result of the plants and some bacteria that can photosynthesize. Carbon dioxide and methane are greenhouse gases that help in trapping heat in the atmosphere, enabling our planet to be substantially warmer. Of the 1.6 parts per million of methane in the atmosphere, 90 to 95% is biological in origin. Cows, goats, and yaks belch out methane as a metabolic byproduct of the bacteria in their guts. Along with enabling life, our atmosphere protects us from harmful ultraviolet rays known as UVC and UVB from the sun and from the radiation from other celestial objects like supernovas. Ultraviolet rays can damage plant tissue. In humans, this radiation causes problems such as skin cancer and tissue damage to the eyes. Based on the changes in its density, temperature, and composition, our atmosphere can be divided into 5 layers. The troposphere, the lowest layer, is the reason for the weather, and it has almost half of the atmosphere. The stratosphere, the next higher layer, contains about 90% of the ozone in the atmosphere, and this ozone layer absorbs the most harmful ultraviolet rays. The next layer is the mesosphere that provides protection from meteors as meteors burn up due to friction with the gas molecules, and the temperature of this layer reaches its coldest to approximately minus 90 degrees centigrade. The fourth layer, the thermosphere, gets heated up to 1500 degrees centigrade or more, causing molecules to ionize. It contains the ionosphere, a layer of charged particles that enable long-distance radio communication. Above the ionosphere lies the magnetosphere, the giant magnetic bubble surrounding the Earth. This layer prevents the particles from the sun carried by the solar wind from hitting the Earth. The final layer is the exosphere, where our atmosphere merges into space. Carbon, the most abundant chemical element on Earth, is the second most abundant element in the human body after oxygen. Our skin, hair, and cells are all made of molecules that contain large amounts of carbon. Carbon and other elements like magnesium and calcium needed for us would have been the result of a supernova that might have injected our solar nebula with the elements necessary for life to exist during the formation of the Earth. Number 2, the reason for the Earth being special is that the Earth's climate is just right, not too hot, not too cold. We have a wonderful climate because of the right location and the tilt of the Earth. Our Earth is situated within the habitable zone, also called the Goldilocks zone. It is just at the right distance from our Sun, where water can exist in liquid form. For instance, Earth sits sandwiched between the blistering Venus and the freezing Mars. Let's take two extreme cases. What would happen if we move the Earth just 5% closer to the Sun? The temperature would increase to nearly 480 degrees centigrade due to the increase in solar heating, and the Earth would become terribly inhospitable like that of Venus. What would happen if we move the Earth away from the Sun by around 20%? The temperature would decrease and water would begin to freeze. Our Earth is tilted by 23.5 degrees relative to our orbital plane so that it orbits the Sun on a slant. Because of this tilt, we have seasons as the northern and southern hemisphere point toward or away from the Sun, depending on the time of the year. In a world without season, we would be either cold all the time or hot all the time, and humanity would be in a sorry state. Number 3, the reason that Earth is so special is that it has the right size and type of planet. The Earth is a rocky planet and the 5th largest planet in our solar system. It is smaller than the giant planets but larger than the other rocky planets. The Earth's core is about 7,100 km wide, and deep within this Earth's core, the movement of liquid iron generates a protective magnetic field. This magnetic field helps to deflect harmful charged particles from the Sun while allowing our Earth to retain its atmosphere. Above the core is the mantle, and above the mantle is a paper-thin crust consisting of more than a dozen tectonic plates that are in constant motion. This dynamic geology regulates the interior temperature and the chemical elements needed for life while recycling carbon. Our planet is just right in size with the right gravity to hold on to the atmosphere and to have bipedal humans like us. What would happen if our Earth was larger? Gravity would increase, the atmosphere would be thicker and denser, and water would feel massively heavy. Now, what would happen if our Earth was smaller? It would not be able to retain a warm atmosphere, as the atmosphere would be less dense. Our Earth can lose its magnetic field and the solar wind can strip away our atmosphere. And we would develop weaker bones and weaker muscles. The 4th reason that our Earth is special is it has the right moon. Recent discoveries have shown that our moon is special in the whole of the universe. The ratio of the size of our moon with reference to our Earth is much larger than the moons of other planets. The big moon stabilizes the Earth's rotation on its axis. It also ensures temperate seasonal changes, helping the circulation of warm and cold water in the oceans. Another mysterious fact is that our moon is 400 times smaller than the Sun and also 400 times closer to Earth than the Sun. That is why the moon and the Sun appears roughly the same size in the sky. Due to this, we can also observe a spectacular solar eclipse when we can watch the moon completely devouring the Sun or completely enveloping the Sun. To summarize, our Earth is special because it has the right ingredients needed for life to exist. It has the right climate for us to live. It's in the right location in our solar system. And it has the right size and it with the right moon. But our scientists are curious to find out if there could be at least some microbial life elsewhere in our solar system. On July 17, 2020, three unmanned missions TN-11 from China and Mars 2020 Perseverance rover from the US and Hope from the United Arab Emirates blasted off simultaneously to Mars when the position of the Earth and Mars were optimal for the mission. However, all the space missions that have been sent till now to the red planet Mars told us that Mars is barren. Of all the planets in the solar system other than our Earth, Mars has the greatest potential for life as it resembles Earth in so many ways. When the water was delivered by asteroids or meteorites 4 billion years back, it would have been delivered to all the inner planets including Mars. That is why astronomers are intrigued by the fact that Mars is barren. They had found that the magnetic field that once Mars had would have been depleted as the planet cooled down more rapidly than Earth, losing its hot liquid core. In the absence of the magnetic field, the water would have evaporated due to the charged particles of the solar wind. Since many intricate conditions ought to be met for life to exist on our planet, it's very difficult to find another planet like ours in the universe, and our search for life elsewhere might turn out to be unfruitful. Our planet is truly privileged. Let us suppose you were up for execution by a firing squad. The soldiers are firing at you, but they all miss you and you're still alive. What would you infer? You are alive either because of dumb luck or because the soldiers intentionally missed. The second case seems more rational. Likewise, with our universe, cosmic fine-tuning could be just dumb luck, but it seems more rational to say that it was set up that way on purpose. In such a case, the vastness of space shouldn't be discouraging to us as if it downgrades our significance. It would seem that God had put on a lot of effort to put us here. Carl Sagan says that we are just stardust because most of the elements of our bodies were formed in stars over the course of billions of years and multiple star lifetimes. However, we are not just a physical body. We have a consciousness that is not mere stardust. What if we are the result of some larger underlying purpose or design? What if we are so significant to some intelligent designer beyond space, time, and matter who has brought us into existence to bring about his purpose in our lives? We might be living on a special planet that orbits around a special star situated in a strategic location in a possibly otherwise lifeless universe. If that is so, Carl Sagan's view that we are just a chemical scum on a moderate-sized planet orbiting around a very average star in the outer suburb of one among 100 billion galaxies seems to be wrong. For the Earth would seem to be unique and very special if it is the only place in the universe that hosts life. The position of our home planet causes even skeptics to pause and wonder whether there is a super intelligence behind all this. Could it be that the intelligent designer positioned our planet in the right place in the vast universe and created various protective layers or walls to make our Earth habitable before going on to populate it with life?
It is written, what no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, what no human mind has conceived, the things God has prepared for those who love Him.
That's all for today. See you again in the next episode to find out how the first life started on Earth.